The movie opens with an ancient settler proverb inscribed in deep red. The scene then shifts to the Red Crow Indian Reservation in 1981, Quebec, Canada. A fisherman by the name of Gisigu catches several salmon and observes that they continue to move after being gutted. Elsewhere that morning, Gisigu's son, indigenous sheriff Trailer, responds to a call about a dying dog that belongs to his ex-wife, Nurse Joss. Trailer euthanizes the dog by gunshot. He goes to visit Joss and learns that their son Joseph has been arrested for vandalism in a nearby town and is in jail with his half-brother Lysol. Trailer then visits Gisiu, who shows him the gutted yet moving salmon. Joss's dead dog reanimates in the trunk of Trailer's police car, and Trailer shoots it. Gisigu and Trailer set the dog and the fish on fire. Trailer advises Gisigu to be cautious and then goes to get Joseph. Joseph and Lysol get alarmed when they see a white inmate vomiting in the holding cell. Trailer and Joss arrive at the station and meet a police officer named Shamu, who seems reluctant to work. Trailer forces him to act, and Shamu comments on Joseph's frequent arrests. Joss goes to wait in the car while the men discuss Joseph's crimes. It turns out Joseph had thrown a turd bomb from a bridge, spooking an innocent woman. Trailer and Shamu go to Joseph's cell, and the vomiting inmate suddenly transforms into a raging zombie. Shamu attempts to subdue the zombie but gets bitten, and Joseph also gets bitten in the process. Shamu fights the zombie, which is then taken away, but it is still alive after the thrashing. Joss takes Joseph in the car, and he complains about getting bitten, but she doesn't care. Joss tells Joseph to make better decisions in life, but he only talks about taking care of Lysol. Joseph goes to the clinic and meets his white girlfriend Charlie, who is pregnant but has come here to reverse it. She notices the bite mark on his hand, but he tells her not to change the topic. Joseph and Charlie hold hands. Joss is seen working, and she is told that there are a lot of bite cases today, and things only get worse when an infected white nurse goes crazy and starts attacking everyone. Meanwhile, Trailer goes to meet the pregnant white girlfriend of a man named Shooker, who is complaining about her being sick. Trailer scolds Shooker and then goes to see Shooker's girlfriend, only to learn that she has become a zombie. The zombie girlfriend is eating her unborn child and attacks the sheriff without mercy. A tense battle follows, but Trailer gets bitten and runs away. He gets into his car and covers his wound, but the zombie girlfriend attacks Shooker. Trailer kills the zombie girlfriend with a giant stick, then radios for help, but is advised to avoid getting bitten. It's a bit too late for that. Trailer then rushes to the hospital with Shooker, finding chaos as a white man transforms into a zombie. The man is shot in the head, and Trailer saves his son from a nurse zombie. He struggles to hold off the nurse zombie, so a man named Bumper arrives with his chainsaw and brutally rips through the zombie. Nothing seems to be making any sense, but then Gisigu also arrives and burns down the zombies with Bumper. He chants a holy prayer, and then we move 6 months into the future. The zombie apocalypse seems to be in full effect, and we see Lysol taunting a trapped soldier zombie. He's with an assistant named James, and they talk about getting hormone relief in exchange for packaged treats. That's when a group of white survivors enters the area. One of them is a man begging Lysol and his group to help his daughter, who has been bitten. That's when we see Trailer and his son Joseph, who are leading the survivor camp and have also survived their zombie bites. This is because indigenous people seem to be immune to the zombie virus, unlike white people. The dad begs the team to save his daughter because he thinks they can cure zombie infections. However, his daughter has stopped breathing, which means her transformation is imminent. Trailer tells everyone to go inside, and we also see Charlie, who has chosen to carry on with her pregnancy. Now, Trailer has a word with Bumper in their language before he lifts an axe to end the infected girl exactly when she becomes a zombie. The dad is heartbroken, but James tells him to get it together and burns a cloth that has his daughter's blood on it. She sends him to get checked up, and then we see Joss examining another one of the white survivors named Lilith. Joss wants to know all kinds of things, such as whether Lilith ate fish, dogs, or even people. Lilith gets angry over such questions, but Joss tells her to calm down because she's not the one in control. The most important question is whether Lilith got bitten, and she answers no. However, Joss doesn't check her body and allows her to use the washroom. That's when we learn that Lilith has indeed been bitten. To make matters worse, the survivor's dad seems to have killed himself and then turns into a zombie as Lilith checks up on him. Now we see Trailer and his team telling us how they're blocking off the survivor base against zombies. The problem is that there are too many zombies coming in, and this means that their ammo is getting exhausted. We see how the team is handling zombies at the bridge by using a shredding truck. However, the key goal is to wait out the zombie apocalypse over the winter. For that, the team needs gas, and they discuss how to make arrangements for it. At the same time, we learn that deer and moose are safe to eat, but not any other kind of meat. As Trailer continues with his explanations, he is told about the zombie dad, so he goes to deal with it it using his machete. Charlie then has a word with Joseph regarding his messed up family. Charlie is upset because she feels that her baby is a zombie who is eating her from the inside out. Joseph tries to comfort her, but Charlie says that such an incident has already happened once. Despite their hardships, Joseph tells Charlie that he loves her, and they share a kiss. Elsewhere, Trailer goes to Joss because the zombie dad ended up injuring him. Joss takes off his shirt and treats his wounds, after which they say something romantic in their language. On the other hand, we find Lysol, who is getting drunk and is also upset because the camp is allowing white refugees inside. He feels that it only takes one rogue zombie to disrupt the peace of the camp, but Trailer remains adamant about saving people. Lysol walks away, and then the others prepare to make a trip scavenging for survivors. Joseph goes to talk to his brother Lysol and leaves Charlie alone in bed, high and dry. Lysol is busy smoking, and Joseph asks for a puff, after which Lysol tells him that he needs to become a good dad. The two brothers have a brief chat about priorities, after which Lysol tells his brother a story about how he was tongue massaging a girl's lips while she was gushing blood. Lysol had then visited Shamu at the police station, but since he had blood on his lips, he was arrested over the suspicion of coming from a fight. Joseph thinks it's a ridiculous story, but Lysol is only interested in drinking a soda mixed with some hormone enhancer. Lysol then goes to flirt with Lilith, so Joseph talks to the dealer about the zombie apocalypse. He's told that the zombies are like a curse, and the indigenous people don't need to be completely immune against them because they are still dealing with the effects of the apocalypse. Later, Joseph finds Lysol crying because Lilith has become a zombie and is eating his manhood. Now Trailer, Gisigu, Shooker, and Bumper talk about some zombie victims and load up their guns and chainsaws. They move towards a garage where we can hear zombie noises. The team lures out a zombie and Trailer shoots it down. Then Bumper enters the garage with his chainsaw and rips through all the remaining zombies. Trailer explores the area but finds a half-shredded zombie and has to double tap it. He fears there are other zombies, so he goes to investigate a cargo room. Luckily, Gisigu has taken care of all the zombies inside it. Meanwhile, Joseph takes Lysol to Joss, hoping to save his bleeding manhood. However, Lysol loses all sense of reason and lets his white hatred get the better of him. He stabs Joseph because he blames him for allowing white refugees into the camp, which eventually makes him disfigured. Joseph gets tied up, after which Lysol and Moon free zombie Lilith. She goes on to attack the camp members, most of whom are white, so they get infected and turn into zombies. Charlie and Joss have a brief chat, but they quickly realize what's going on when Joseph rushes inside and reveals Lysol's madness. A white survivor loses his mind and tries to escape, but gets eaten by zombies outside. Also, Charlie seems to be near her due date, as can be seen by the blood on her hands. Trailer and his team return to the camp and find it overrun by zombies. Trailer radios Joss and devises a quick plan. They use Bumper to check the invasion status, and Shooker attracts the zombies with a song. While Shooker leads the zombies away, Trailer and the others enter the camp, realizing there are more zombies inside. Trailer instructs Bumper to fetch the truck and avoid using his gun unless necessary. After eliminating some zombies, Trailer and Gisigu rescue their family and other survivors, leading them to safety in the truck. However, some zombies break free and attack, forcing Trailer to use his gun, which alerts more zombies. The Bumper drives some survivors to safety, but one falls and is immediately eaten. The group is trapped in a compartment, with zombies charging at the door. Trailer sacrifices himself, allowing others to escape in Shooker's truck. He is brutally attacked and cannot be saved. The survivors make it to safety and decide to take boats to a safer location. An old lady is threatened by Lysol and his men to radio for help. Gisigu responds, but Lysol releases a zombie that kills the innocent woman. In the next scene, hostages are seen doused with fuel inside a chapel, where Moon sings while they cower in fear. James assists Moon, but Gisigu and Joseph arrive, and Gisigu kills Moon mercilessly, demanding Lysol's whereabouts. On the other hand, Lysol corners Joss and Charlie, who are inside the car. He heavily wounds Bumper and unleashes a zombie on Charlie. Joss threatens to shoot Lysol, but only injures him. Joseph arrives just in time to save her, but she is bitten. Joseph and Gisigu lead a wounded Lysol away from the scene, and Joseph stabs Lysol. Gisigu lets off a gunshot into the air, alerting zombies to the location where Lysol is. The zombies proceed to eat Lysol alive. The zombies also attack the survivors, who rush to their boat. Their boat catches fire, and they think all hope is lost, as the one remaining boat able to allow their escape is burning. But Shooker arrives with 2 boats, saving Joseph and the others. The group splits, with Joseph, Joss, and Charlie in one boat, and the others in the second. However, However, Gisigu, armed with a sword, decides to stay behind, saying that he won't leave his land again. In his final scene, we see him fighting off the approaching zombies. However, we don't see him die, so there is a decent chance of him getting out of there alive, even though he is repeatedly bitten. On the boat, sometime later, we discover that Charlie has given birth to a baby girl. The other men who were on the second boat parted ways with them, most probably because they had their reservations about the nature of the baby. To Joseph and Joss's relief, the baby turns out to be immune. Charlie, succumbing to her bite wound, looks at her baby one last time and asks Joseph to kill her before she transforms into a zombie, and he mournfully shoots her in the head. The survivors' boat continues to drift in the water, their fate unknown. And with that, the movie ends. I hope you enjoyed our video. Watch the next recaps on the screen and don't forget to subscribe for amazing videos. See you in the next one.